The Iran-Israel war is an ongoing armed conflict between Iran and the Houthis against Israel and the United States that began on the 13th June 2025, when Israel launched a surprise attack targeting key Iranian military and atomic facilities. The opening hours of the war saw targeted assassinations and attempted assassinations of Iran's top military leaders, atomic scientists, and politicians, including Ali Shamkhani, who was overseeing atomic talks with the U.S., airstrikes on atomic and military facilities, and destruction of Iran's air defenses. Iran retaliated by launching rockets at military sites and cities in Israel. The United States, which had been defending Israel since the beginning of the war by shooting down Iranian rockets and drones, took offensive action on 22 June 2025 by striking 3 Iranian atomic sites. In response, the Houthis in Yemen considered the American strikes a declaration of war and have fired several rockets at Israel. The conflict is considered an escalation of decades-long animosity between the two countries, during which Iran challenged Israel's legitimacy and called for its destruction, while Israel claimed that Iran was working towards its destination and considered the Iranian atomic program an existential threat. During the crisis in the Middle East that followed the October 7th attacks in 2023 and the ensuing Gaza war, animosity escalated to direct confrontation. Israel weakened Iranian proxies such as Hamas and Iran-aligned forces in Lebanon and began planning action against Iran. The countries traded strikes in April and October 2024. The Israeli attacks of June 2025 began the day after the expiration of a 2-month deadline that U.S. President Donald Trump had set for securing a deal to keep Iran from developing atomic weapons. The day before the Israeli strikes began, the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, found Iran non-compliant with its atomic obligations for the first time in 20 years. The Israeli attacks killed several of Iran's military leaders of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, at least 10 leading atomic scientists, and more than 200 Iranian civilians, according to both the Iranian Health Ministry and the anti-government human rights activists in Iran news agency. As the Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman said, more than 70 Iranian women and children were killed in the first 3 Israeli attacks on Iran. Airstrikes damaged the Natanz atomic facility and the Isfahan uranium conversion facility, but apparently left the Fordow fuel enrichment plant unscathed. Israel also hit a rocket complex near Tabriz, the Kermanshah underground rocket facility, and IRGC facilities near Tehran and in Piranshah. The attacks also damaged public infrastructure. The first wave of Iranian retaliation included about 100 rockets and 100 drones. Those and later strikes killed 24 people, all civilians. Rockets have hit civilian apartments, a university, and a hospital. Legal scholars saw the Israeli strikes as a violation of international law, a view also taken by the governments of Bolivia, Brazil, China, Cuba, Russia, and South Africa. The initial attacks by Israel were condemned by countries across the Islamic world, including Egypt, Jordan, Pakistan, and Turkey. Israel's attacks were met with approval by Germany and the United States, who said Iran should agree to an atomic deal promptly. A number of Western countries said that Iran must not acquire atomic weapons, condemned the violence, and called on both Israel and Iran to de-escalate, with Canada, France, and the United Kingdom stating that Israel had a right to self-defense. The Russian government stated Iran had a right to self-defense. The United Nations expressed concern and called for restraint.